morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, North Metro. I'm Reverend Torphy.
I'm Reverend Valerie Torphy.
And we have Greg and Sheila Fossen, who's producing our service today. And
hi, everybody. Merry Christmas.
And we have Susan Clark, who's our special guest music.
Good morning.
Hi, Susan.
Happy holidays.
Yes. Should we start with the invocation? Did you do that?
So I just invite you to close your eyes and take a deep cleansing breath as we recognize the one power and the one presence, the one life that is everywhere present in us and through all things. It is eternal and changeless and always, always creating and expanding. And it is my life, and it is the life of Reverend Michael and Greg and Sheila and Susan and everyone who is participating with us in any way today, whether you listen to it now or later. And everyone everywhere is one with the one, because there is no separation. So I bless this day. I bless this service. I bless each one of us as we do our part in this service. And I'm just so grateful for this day and grateful for this life and grateful for this time together. And so in absolute gratitude, I release it, I let it go, and together we all say, and so it is.
So it is.
All right, let's kick things off with Susan.
Okay. There's a song to start out with by Karen Drucker, and it's called I Am a Gift. I am a gift, no matter what age, no matter how I look, there's beauty in each stage. I am a gift, and I promise every day, when I look in the mirror, I'll say, I am a gift. I am a gift, I've loved really well, and every year I've lived has a story to tell. I made mistakes, I have some regrets, but I promise I'll never forget. I am a gift, I am a gift. There may be times when I forget the truth about me, when it seems time and youth are just marching on without me. That's when I might need you to find me and ever so gently remind me that I am a gift, a precious child. I'm put here on this earth, but only for a while. So I make this vow and I say it with love. I am perfect and whole and enough. I am a gift, I am a gift. There may be times when I forget the truth about me, when it seems time and youth are just marching on without me. That's when I might need you to find me and ever so gently remind me that I am a gift, a precious child. I'm put here on this earth, but only for a while. I make this vow and I say it with love. I am perfect and whole and enough. I am a I am a gift. I am a gift.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thanks to Karen Drucker for another wonderful song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay, we have some business to take care of, and then we'll get back to you for another song.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Okay.
So our website at cslnorthmetro.org. Go to contact us to add yourself to the email list, and then we'll send you emails of the things that we're doing and also the links to all of our services. You can also request prayer there. And Reverend Michael has some great blogs and things out there. So check out our website. Today's title is The Gift That Keeps on Giving. You've already gotten to listen to our wonderful guest artist, Susan Clark. And today's reading is from 365 Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes. So I think we're ready for the affirmations.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, here's the affirmations for the week of December 26, 2021. Please repeat each affirmation after me. I experience the presence of God by living in the present moment.
I experience the presence of God by living in the present moment.
I embrace the connective oneness and harmony of all humanity.
I embrace the connective oneness and harmony of all humanity.
The love and peace in my heart spreads throughout the world.
The love and peace in my heart spreads throughout the world.
I am calm in all situations and moments.
I am calm in all situations and moments.
The universe provides all I need.
The universe provides all I need.
The essence of my being is the pure and powerful life of spirit.
The essence of my being is the pure and powerful life of spirit.
And together we say, and so it is.
And the reading for today is from 365 Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes. Have you and I had the faith to bless that which perhaps seems so small, very small, a loaf of bread and a fish, and expect it to become multiplied in our experience to such an extent that it would not only bless us, but bless everyone around us? We cannot help but believe that as Jesus broke the bread and blessed it, in his own mind, he saw it multiplied and growing and flowing to those out around him. This is an example we should follow. To bless what we have, recognizing that it flows from a limitless source. We are merely using it and distributing it. There is always more. The limitless resources of the Spirit are at our command. The power of the infinite is at our disposal. We have as much to use as we know how to take. But the taking is a thing of thought, the will, the imagination. It is a thing of an inward feeling or interior awareness in that place where the mind has unified with the living spirit. Today I bless everything I have. I bless everyone around me. I bless the events that transpire in my life, the conditions and the situations that surround me. I bless everything that goes out and everything that comes in. I acknowledge an increase of right action in everything I do, say, or think. I bless myself and others, for we are all partakers of the same divine nature. I bless all living in the one mind, all animated by the same presence, all sustained by the one power. Bless, O Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. In joy and in love, my blessing rests on everything. In confidence and in peace, the blessing of God rests upon me. And together we say, and so it is. Thank you.
Thank you, Sheila. That was beautiful. Powerful too.
It was. Absolutely.
Beautiful reading.
Yeah. So we got some more music. Let's bring Susan Clark back. Hey, Susan.
Yes, thank you, Sheila. It was wonderful. Words of wisdom there.
Mhm.
I have a song. This is called Unopened Gifts, and it's by a duo called Stow Good. And that's comprised of, I believe it's Karen Taylor Good, and and the other woman's name is Stowe Daly. So they put it together, Stow Good. And I had the pleasure of hearing them a couple times in the past, and I just have always loved their writing. So here we go. This is Unopened Gifts. A man dreamed he went to heaven, and he walked right up to God. He said, Father, please forgive me, but I've always found it odd. How come I have so little when others have much more? God took him to a special room behind a golden door. He said, here are all your treasures. You have no need for lack. They've been here for you all along. You only had to ask. 'Cause it's all for you. I give you dreams and wishes and they do come true. The moment you feel worthy, then the clouds will lift and you'll see your unopened gifts. A son says to his mother, I don't know why I'm here. It's not easy being me, and everybody thinks I'm weird. She says, don't you know you're perfect, just the way you are? She smiles at him and gently lays her hand upon his heart. Here are all your treasures, God-given and unique. The world will open up to you if only you believe that it's all for you. You're given dreams and wishes and they do come true. The moment you feel worthy, then the clouds will lift and you'll see your unopened gifts. Oh, it's kind of like Christmas underneath God's tree. Look inside and find who you were born to be. 'Cause it's all for you. You're given dreams and wishes and they do come true. The moment you feel worthy, then the clouds will lift and you'll see your unopened gifts.
Beautiful.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Good selection of songs. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Really fits in today's title.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
We'll see you in a bit.
Okay.
So this Christmas is past, and it's done what it had to do. Many people giving gifts, many people receiving gifts. It's that interchange of love, giving and receiving, that eternal circle of good, the eternal circle of life. And there's just something about giving of yourself, because you are truly a gift. As Ernest Holmes said in the reading, you are a gift and you're to be given. And in your giving of yourself, it doesn't just stay with you. It goes out and multiplies and moves across the whole planet and creates an energy of good that cannot be stopped. And it all takes place in the giving. And not so much giving like gifts at Christmas time, but giving of yourself, whether it's just a smile at a stranger, a kind word, seeing somebody who may need assistance. I remember that time that you had the person going across the street and you saw that she needed help. You remember that? Well, you told me this story because I wasn't there, but you saw this woman in a wheelchair and she was having a hard time.
Oh,
You remember that?
a little bit.
Well, anyway, it was just that act of spontaneous giving.
To just go push her across the street, it was no big deal, but it was kind of a big deal for her.
It was. And what
We were
happened?
at a store, weren't we? No, we were at a store. And she was having troubles. Yeah, but anyway. Sorry.
There's, in that moment of giving, two people receive the gift. It's a gift to be able to give because it does the heart good. It feels like that act of caring gives you so much love back. And of course, the person receiving the gift is also blessed and feels uplifted and just feels life in its fullness.
Mm-hmm.
And what I know is that after, say, like Valerie went her way and the woman went her way in her wheelchair, just that gift that Valerie gave her of helping her brought a spark of life into her. And she goes into the store or wherever she's going and spreads it because she's feeling good that somebody cared about her and somebody took time to assist her.
Mm-hmm.
And that happens so much. And we don't know how much more of that gift keeps on giving, because one person doing a good deed for another person, that person takes that love and spreads it, and it just multiplies infinitely. One thing I like about being a minister is I get to share stories, because for me, when I share a story, it brings back the energy that I felt from what took place in my life, and hopefully the person who's listening to the story receives something from the story, and we all get uplifted. So I'm going to tell the story, and it involves Valerie again. It also takes place around a camera. I had bought one of those little cameras that was digital, and gave it to her because you had left the camera that you liked with John when you separated. And she always wanted a camera, like a really good camera, like the one she had. So I did the best I could. I gave her this little camera. She had fun with it. But one day, a person from our congregation at the time said he had a camera that he wanted to give away because he had been given this camera from another person of our congregation who had uplifted or upscaled that camera. So the camera he was giving away, he's replacing with a better camera because he was a professional photographer. So this other person has this camera, and he's at the point where he wants to upgrade his camera. So he decides to give it away. And Valerie said, yeah, I'll take it. So he gave her this camera. And I think we went to San Francisco right after that. And you were taking pictures with this new camera in the park,
Golden Gate Park.
Golden Gate Park.
Yeah.
I was having such a good time. It was like these gifts that were given just kept giving. I'm sure the person who gave her the camera, when the other person gave him the camera, he was excited and just spread that joy. So we talked about, well, what should we do with the little camera? Because we felt we should give it away since we got this new camera. We should give it to somebody who doesn't have a camera at all. And we started thinking, and both your boys had cameras, and my daughter had a camera, and even Stephan had a camera. So we didn't know what to do with it. So a few days passed, not too many days, and I see this message on the minister's listserv. We have a listserv where all the ministers communicate and exchange ideas and everything. So it involved. It's interesting because it involved this message on the listserv. Eventually involved 4 ministers who responded to this message, and the message came from Barbara McFadden, who was giving service to another minister, Reverend Joan McFadden, excuse me. And Reverend Barbara Rush had just gotten out of ministerial school, and maybe she was ordained, I can't remember. But she was in the midst of starting an outreach ministry, and she had heard from another minister who had just passed his ministerial exams, and he lived in Nairobi, Kenya, and he connected with Barbara Rush, who was starting this outreach program, and said he had need for certain things, and she was going to put together a trip and take some practitioners with her to take these donations that was being asked on the minister's listserv to Nairobi. Am I clear so far? You follow me?
Yeah, but can you leave out some of the details maybe, because I get a little lost in who.
Okay, so I got to say who.
Okay.
Hopefully I'll get to the point. So the gift of the request of what was being asked for was ministers to send their CDs of talks that they had, because he wanted to share it with the people to get an idea of different ways people deliver messages, and of course money, and they wanted cameras. Well, I got all excited about it because it was an opportunity for me to give the CDs, and if Reverend Valerie wanted to, she could give the camera, which she said she'd do. And we became part of this ministry just through our giving in Nairobi, Kenya. And that gift, the gift of these 2 ministers getting together to organize and collect all these things from ministers all over the country, all over the world. And that was the service that Reverend Joan McFadden did. She said she would organize and she would put it together just for the love of serving. So it took place. Everybody donated. They got a lot of money. They got a lot of CDs. They got a lot of cameras. And I just felt so good about participating in this this new ministry that was taking place. It was actually a study group that and I can't remember the minister's name in Kenya that he was putting together. And so I decided I wanted to write a letter to thank Reverend Barbara Rush for giving me the opportunity to be part of this exciting new ministry that was birthing in Kenya. And so I emailed her thanking her for allowing me to participate and for her creating this opportunity for all of us to participate. So a couple of days later, I get a letter from her, and I want to read it to you. It says, "Dear Reverend Michael, I feel so blessed with your response, as I was hesitant to put anything on the listserv other than the original invitation some months back. Reverend Joan, who offered to assist in our immense planning and preparing process, asked if she could do just that, for which I felt grateful. Reverend Joan, it was her idea that she asked that all the ministers on listserv to donate these things, and Reverend Rush was a little hesitant because she felt kind of funny asking all these ministers who give all the time to themselves of these items that she wanted. So she continued to say, "I will take all of you in my heart and know that I will ask for your prayers and as I travel in October." So here I was thanking her for giving me this opportunity to give, and she's thanking me because it kind of affirmed that what she was doing, the asking of these gifts on the minister's listserv, was okay. That it affirmed that she was doing the right thing. And that gift continues to give because the study group in Kenya is thriving and doing well. And they've since that time, other little study groups have popped up all over Kenya, and it continues to grow and it continues to give. In that simple act of everybody giving of their love and their resources and their time and their energy, the gift continues to give and keeps on giving, and there's no end to it. There's no end to the energy that is created in our giving. And the giving always comes from the heart, with no expectations of getting anything back, although you always get something back because that's the act of giving. There is no one person receives and the other person gives. It's kind of like the what's that symbol? Dark going to the light and the light going to the dark. Yeah.
Can't help you today.
Male, female, male, female.
We'll just go on.
Anyway, it's an ever giving of itself. The gift continues to give, and there is no end to its energy. It's just love begets love. Thankfulness begets thankfulness. That was a mouthful. You ready to say something?
I guess I am. So when I started thinking about the title, the first gift I thought about was the gift of the science of mind teaching, because it teaches principles that are true across all religions. It doesn't pick one and say this is the only way. It says this is true everywhere, and you get to prove it to yourself. And you get to go at your own pace and experience the changes in your life and experience the changes in the people around your's life too, because as we change ourselves, we do allow that change to happen in other people's lives too. So for me, the gift of the principles of religious science and the teaching and the classes and all of the things that we do that allow us to look at our own lives and say, what is it that's working that I could make work better? And what is it that's not working so well that I really could change into working? And so I just am so grateful for this gift that as I walked into the center that first day, well, the first time I walked into a religion science church, I did not get what I was looking for. So the minister and the way the minister teaches is a really important part of it too. The second time I walked in, I literally was in tears the whole service because I was finally hearing what I've been looking for so long. And so I didn't know there were classes or any of those things. So when the first class came up, Reverend Michael and the then board president said, "You should take a class." And I'm like, "Well, what's that?" And so I was jobless at the time. So money was not something I had a lot of right then. And so they said, no, you can make payments. So I took my first class, and that was like the start. And I knew right from then that I was going to go on to be a practitioner. And then it was a real big surprise when people started saying, "You really need to be a minister." It's like, what? Me? Anyway, I digress. So this whole idea that Ernest Holmes says, change your thinking, change your life, it really, really works, because what we think about, we create. So if we're thinking about what we don't have, or what we don't want, or what we don't like, or any of those things, we're creating that. And I know probably people get really tired of hearing the seed in the plant and the seed in the soil and the plant thing, but we are planting those seeds in our mind, and they're growing. And so just concentrating on that which creates joy, and that which creates happiness also creates that same joy outside. And so when I'm spending my time thinking about all the things I didn't get done, as opposed to all of the things I did get done, guess what I'm creating? More of not getting things done, and more of that dissatisfaction with myself for not getting things done. That's just a small example, because we can think about anything, like anything that's going on in our lives, and we can find a way to state it in the positive, so we're creating more of that, or we can find a way to, or we can state it in the negative and create more of that. Am I making that really clear? Mm-hmm. It's so this teaching and these principles are a gift to myself, but they're also a gift to the world, because the more I work on me, the more I can spread that with everyone I come into contact with. And I know what, we are not coming into contact with so many people these days, because it seems like this thing where we're wearing masks and not going out is never ending. And I still have opportunities to touch others. And so when we touch them in a positive way, I'd completely forgotten about the wheelchair. And I try to do that wherever I am. It's like when I'm in the grocery store and I see a person who can't reach the shelf and I can, I just ask them if they want some help. Or when I'm standing in line, it's always just been extremely natural for me to talk to everybody that's around me. I don't know. And when I don't do it, somebody else starts, or they'll ask me something, or they'll do something. And so I can remember when we first went to San Francisco and we were living with Michael's daughter, and I say hi to everybody as we're out on our walks, and people in San Francisco just kind of look the other way, because they're like, who is that strange person? And I thought, well, that's okay, because I'm not going to stop being me and doing the things I do, regardless of how the person's receiving it. And then I noticed as we were on our walk, people had a tendency then to, oh, it's her again. I guess I will say hi. She's still doing that crazy thing. So, Trower says his top 7 divine qualities are love, peace, life, light, power, beauty, and joy. So if we just, and there are many, many, many more qualities of God, but if we just focus on those, if we just focus on the love in our life, if we just focus on the light and not the darkness, if we focus on peace, Because when we start talking about what we don't want, whether it's what we're seeing on TV or what we're reading in the newspaper or what someone said to us, we're creating more of that in our lives. So as we change our lives, we're also changing the world. So I also want to take a little time to talk about Kwanzaa. And I wrote the qualities down in English. I also wrote them down in African, and I'm afraid I'll really mess them up if I say them that way, so I may not try to. Unity, which is today, because this is the first day of Kwanzaa. Self-determination, collective work and responsibility, purpose, creativity, faith. What wonderful qualities to really concentrate on for the next, is it 6 days? No, 2 days. I only have 6. Anyway, what wonderful things to focus on each day, taking that quality. So that quality for today is unity. And so what unity means to me is understanding that we're all one. There is that one power and that one presence and that one being and that one life, and we're all one. One with the one with each other, one with all that is. So we're one with the people that we like and the people that we make judgments on. We're one with all of that. And as we up-level ourselves, as we work these principles, as we learn how to focus on what we do want, as we learn how to pray for ourselves and pray for others and pray for the planet, we're actually creating that world that works for everyone. And we're actually making the world a better place.
Mm-hmm.
Want to talk?
Well, I was just thinking in terms of giving our gift again, that Kwanzaa is got these, well, I think there's 7, I don't know whether it's 6. But anyway, these different qualities that you embrace each day. There are literally, I think, 50 some odd qualities that I've written and kept track of. And if we just chose one of those each day and decided to give it away, and however that looks, if it's peace for that day, then be the channel through which peace can take place. And it may show up in it may show up in different ways during the course of that day that you can apply it to any situation, whether it's a person who's serving you at your lunch and seems to be in a little kind of not very good mood. You can bring peace to that person just by saying something nice, by saying, thank you for your service. You were really a good waiter or waitress, and we really do appreciate that. And that gift will continue to give. I've never seen it not happen,
Right.
because the person receiving your love, your acknowledgement of who they are, will carry that for the rest of the day or for who knows how long. So it's very important to be a vehicle of giving, to be the giver, because that gift does continue to give and give and give and never stop.
I was thinking while he was talking about that, I'm standing in line getting ready to buy something, and the person in front of me is just unloading on the salesperson who's not making the rules, who doesn't have the decision-making power to change anything, who can't do anything to fix. I don't even know what the problem was. I just know that I'm like, whoa, this is probably not making her feel very good. And so he left, and I walked up to the counter, and I'm like, whew. That was, no, I don't remember what I said, but just a smiling face and an acknowledgement of, wow, that was really difficult for you. And I'm just acknowledging your presence here, and thank you for helping me. And I could see the stuff fall off, and that the person beginning to recuperate from what happened. My brother reminds me of a time, and he's at the airlines and the flight's been canceled, and he finally gets up to the counter, and the person says, "Please don't yell at me." And my brother's thought was, well, why would I yell at you? You didn't cancel the flight and you didn't have anything to do about it, and you're the one who's helping me get a new flight. And that's absolutely the truth, but that didn't stop the other people from yelling. Or the one who they'd already closed the doors. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
They'd already closed the doors on the plane, and she thinks if she stands there and yells at those people at the counter, that person can open the doors of the plane. It's like, so that particular person created a lot of negative energy that day, did she not?
Yeah.
She really did. And we have that choice all the time. Can we turn it around into a positive thing, or do we need to take that disappointment and share it everywhere?
And the story that I told her, I tried to tell, had what was incredible to me is the universalness of it. That here's a minister in Kenya, here's a minister, I think Barbara McFadden is in New York, and Barbara Rush is here in Colorado, and we were in California.
I thought she was in California, but it doesn't. No, you're right.
And we were in California, so you have all these people around the world working. Barbara McFadden was serving Barbara Rush in one state, collecting all this stuff, and we were all thankful for it. I mean, the gift was we were giving, yet we were receiving, because each one of us received something so amazing from that experience that it still lingers with me to this day. Coming across the story as I did for the Sunday, it was like it just happened. Like I could feel that enthusiasm for myself to be able to be just a small part of this ministry in Kenya, and to know that just in my givingness, there were all these people in Kenya receiving, and eventually, if they keep studying, they'll give this wonderful way of being. I mean,
And do you remember when Reverend Barbara Lachey brought some of the people from the Ukraine, where she had started a center, to the United States? So they were coming to speak at our center. We had invited them, and we were really grateful that they were coming to speak at our center. So she and all the young people that she brought needed a place to stay. So we said, you could stay at our house. And so I said something about, because we had to put several people in the same room, and in one of the rooms we didn't have enough beds, so we had to blow up a air mattress.
Yeah.
And so I was kind of apologizing about that. She said, don't even apologize for that, because 7 Ukrainians could live in your closet. So we think about what we think we don't have, and it's so much more than what many people in the rest of the world have, that we always have something to be grateful for. And I think about the kids from the Mexico choir when they came to stay with us.
Mm-hmm.
The choir brings kids to the United States to perform, and they haven't been able to do it for the last couple of years, so we're looking forward to when they get to come back over. But the thing that they're really doing as the kids are performing is they're offering the opportunity for the people in the centers to adopt a kid in a country so that they have money to go to school and money for clothes and money for food so that they can continue their education. And so we did that. We've been doing our child in the Philippines. She's just a little tiny girl when we first started giving the monthly donations for her, and she's 15 now, and she just constantly thanks us for allowing her that opportunity to go to school. And so those little kids, so what I did every single morning is I made a huge pot of rice and a pot of beans. And every day I couldn't even imagine that much rice and beans could be eaten. But every day it was, and they were so grateful for it. And said so many people just like took them out to McDonald's. And I'm thinking, no, it's very easy to start a crock pot full of beans in the morning and stick some rice in the rice cooker. And what they're doing for those kids is giving them the experience of a mental equivalent, of more, of enough, of getting an education, of knowing that they're going to have their school and their clothes and their food paid for so that they can get an education. And they stand up and they say, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be this, I want to be that. And many of them, most of them do, and they go back to their countries and they help make the world a better place too. So it's all about giving, receiving the gift and giving the gift, and it's all one thing.
And again, it keeps on giving.
Right.
After you've done your part and gave whatever you gave, the smile to that individual, that keeps on giving. And you think about those kids from Mexico.
Yeah, so they were from Nigeria and Peru, and I can't remember, but they Philippines. They also sponsor kids in other places as well.
But anyway, that gift gives them, and they get to go to school and they get to become all those things they want to become, and then give it back to their villages by being a doctor, by being a lawyer, by being a teacher, and then those kids that they teach are now getting educated and becoming something in their lives, and it just keeps on giving, way beyond our participation in it.
And continuing to support that child in the Philippines. It's,
she sends us a picture every year with her changes, and it's been such a pleasure seeing her grow up, and we've never even met her.
And she calls us mom and dad.
She does.
And so, that's just exactly what we're talking about. We give a gift, and she gets the gift, and she gives the gift, and she's gonna, we don't even know what she's gonna be, but she's got so much more opportunity than she would have had we not sponsored her. And lots of people sponsoring a lot of people are making a big difference in the world.
Is that the yin yang that I was trying to think
That's
of?
it.
Yeah. Dang, it took long enough. Well, when you got so much in your mind, only so much can come out of it at a given point in time.
So I think we're gonna maybe pray now.
Okay.
But I also want to just recognize everybody who celebrates Kwanzaa, and it's a beautiful thing, and all of the qualities that are on it. I'm just happy Kwanzaa, everyone. Mm-hmm. So I'll just invite you now to close your eyes. And once again, take a deep cleansing breath. As we recognize the one power, the one presence, the one life, the one infinite intelligence that is in, through, and as everything, everywhere, all of the time. That is all you can see, and all you can think, and all you can hear, and all you can say, and all you can imagine. It's all of that and so much more. It is the one absolute love and peace and truth that is always, always expanding and always giving and always available. So I know that that is the truth of my life, that right where I am, that divine loving presence is, right where Reverend Michael is, that divine loving presence is, and right where Greg and Sheila are, and right where Susan Clark is, and right where each and every person is. That divine presence is always, always the center of our being. And so I know for each one of us, absolute love and peace and truth and joy and oneness and creativity and just amazing development. And I'm going to just say the qualities from Kwanzaa: unity, self-determination, and collective work and responsibility, purpose, creativity, and faith. I know that that's true for each and every one of us. And so in absolute gratitude, I pass this word to Reverend Michael.
Thank you. As we continue along this vein of oneness, I recognize the love that is everywhere present in this place we call Earth. And that even though it doesn't always show up the way we think it's supposed to show up, it is present in all its glory, all its splendor. It is the eternal love that we were birthed from into this plane, and it's the eternal love that takes us to our next experience, because life is eternal. So I recognize that eternality in each person that's in with us today, and know that something within you is seeking more of who you are, and that every possible thing that takes place in your life unfolds for its highest and most purposeful vision for you to grow and expand in all of your good, all of your glory. That this day is the day that God has made for us all. So let us rejoice in it. Let us go out and be that which we want to see. Let us go out and give of ourselves in the most simple way and the most extraordinary way. Let us know that we are guided and directed to give what is ours to give. And that is so, so magnificent. So I am grateful for each life that is gathered with us today, grateful for life itself, grateful to know that these words we have spoken is now complete and manifesting in all our experiences. And so with this heart full of gratitude, I can now release, let go, allow it to be, by saying together, and so it is.
Ashe, Amen, Amen, Aho, and woo-hoo.
Lately I've been noticing how much I've been blessed with people to love, some peace of mind and happiness. It makes me want to pass along this love I've received as a way of giving thanks for what's been given to me. I've got a strong heart. I've got a strong love. And I'm ready to use the gifts I've been given to make this world a better place to live in. I'm ready to use the gifts I've been given to make this world a better place to live in. I used to have a lust for more that bordered on greed, till I looked around and saw that I had more than I need. I thought I had to have it all before I could share, till I realized what's mine to give has always been there. I've got a strong heart. I've got a strong love. And I'm ready to use the gifts I've been given to make this world a better place to live in. Ready to use the gifts I've been given to make this world a better place to live in. I may not make a difference that the whole world can see, but if I can show more kindness, that's what matters to me. I'm changing on the outside, finding gray in my hair, but the difference on the inside is that I don't care. I'm losing my desire to be what I'm not, and I've got what I want now that I want what I got. I've got a strong heart. got is strong love. And I'm ready to use the gifts I've been given to make this world a better place to live in. I'm ready to use the gifts I've been given to make this world a better place to live in. Use the talents you possess. The world would be a sad and silent place if no birds sang except for the very best.
Oh, so beautiful. Thank you so much.
You're
Yeah,
very
you're right.
welcome.
You're like the exclamation point in our talk.
Yeah, it's a song by Jana Stanfield, and it's just so perfect. And just real quick, I wanted to mention, if I could, Jana does so many good things with her talents, and she has an organization called Together for Good Film School, and it's based in Malaysia, and it helps refugee teens provide food and shelter for their families by editing videos. So if you've got a video you want to have edited, go on Facebook and look up Together for Good Film School.
Oh, wow.
Thought I'd just put that in there. Thank you.
And being that that used to be a great part of my life, film and stage and everything,
Yeah.
feels very appropriate to announce
Yes.
this platform.
We'll say it one more time. I'm going to write it down.
Oh, Together for Good Film School. And you can find that on Facebook. They have their own page, or you can look up Janice Stanfield's Facebook page too, either way, and get to it. But yeah, they teach the refugee teens, they teach them all the skills to edit videos, and then they help them find clients. And that's all a circle of giving. So
Wonderful thing to do.
Yeah.
there you go.
All right. So we're going to take a few minutes to do a little more business, and then we'll get back to you for the last song.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
So I just invite you to consider us as a point of light that you'd like to give to. And we make it easy for you just by showing you the ways you can give. And know that in your giving, we send back many, many blessings of thanksgiving for your generosity. So
the easiest way to give is to go to our website, cslnorthmetro.org. There's also a text to give there that's on the website as well. If you use Venmo, just the Venmo code is up there. So we also take checks, and our address is on the website too. So whatever you give, we appreciate.
yeah, and just know that you're supporting a vision of wholeness and expansion here in our little corner of the world. And
Well, not so little anymore now that we're all online.
well, no, but we're still in
That's
our
true.
little corner
We
of the
are
world.
still in our little corner.
And it's little compared to the whole universe.
That's right.
But anyway, take this time and shine your light towards the screen, knowing that it comes to us and reflects back to you by repeating after me. I give thanks for this opportunity to give.
I give thanks for this opportunity to give.
I give selflessly,
Selflessly.
Selflessly.
I give selflessly.
with an open heart full of joy,
With an open heart full of joy.
knowing that it comes back to me multiplied.
Knowing that it comes back to me
I
multiplied.
let it be,
I let it be.
and so it
And
is.
so it is. Okay, we ready for another song?
We are ready. I'm ready.
Right. So I'm going to close with a really simple song that everybody can sing, because you're going to get it right away. This is called All I Give, and it's by Melissa Felipe. All I give comes back to me, blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me, blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me, blesses me abundantly. All I give comes comes back to me, blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me and blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me and blesses me abundantly. You think you have it now? That's the whole thing. Let's do it again from the top. All I give comes back to me, blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me, blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me, blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me, blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me and blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me and blesses me abundantly. Blesses me abundantly, blesses me abundantly, blesses me abundantly, blesses me abundantly.
And so
So it is. That
So
was
it is.
beautiful. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Thanks, guys.
We can remember that too.
You got that, yes. Good.
Well, it's just been such a pleasure having all of you join us today in this service, and so very thankful as we approach the new year. Keep in mind the good that you've given last year and be open to the good that you have to give for this year, because there's a lot to give, and you have a lot within you. So just know that this new year brings the opportunity for us to express ourselves in our givingness.
Yeah.
And we'll move into our benediction.
Well, wait. You guys want to say anything?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I just want to thank you for sharing all of your experiences and sending them out to us and giving us that awareness of what it means to be a minister and spreading the goodness. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Greg.
Yeah. And I wanted to say thank you for the classes that we've experienced this year. You're such wonderful teachers, and it's just been amazing. So thank you.
And thank you, Susan. It was really, really appropriate songs, and I can't believe the depth of your repertoire.
Well,
Yeah.
thanks. You guys are certainly welcome.
And it's always just fun to see you and be with you. It's just
Well,
uplifting.
ditto, right back at you. And Happy New Year coming up to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, Happy New Year to you.
And we know our blessings will all be multiplying next year. So it's all
Absolutely.
good.
Yeah, so thanks.
So join us on Zoom right after the service, and we'll get together and share our aha moments. The Zoom link's right there. It's also on the website if you need it. And sign up for our email list so that you know what's going on. So,
All right.
okay.
It's all good.
Yeah.
So let us pray. Giving thanks for this wonderful service that unfolded in all its glory.
Yes.
Knowing that each individual received exactly what they needed to receive and goes out and multiplies that consciousness throughout the world. So very grateful for Greg and Sheila and for Susan for the service they gave today. So very grateful for the love that is all around us and within us. So very grateful to know that the word spoken is the word complete in our experience this day, this moment, and forever. And in this sense of absolute gratitude, I release it into the love and the law by simply saying all together, and so it is.
So it is.
And happy Kwanzaa.
Get ready to this video. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Everyone.
Have a
Bye-bye.
good week.